Jake Pazicki with a ACT Science data interpretation question. Now, this question is actually kind of a fun science question in my personal opinion. It's kind of a fun data interpretation question because they ask you to take some data in the table, which is numerical, and then translate that into a graphic, a different form of data, in this case a graph. And you might notice that they don't have any specific numbers on either of these axes in any of these graphs, and so we're not looking for specifics. It's not going to be a very technical graph, but they're asking for the general trends, and so we're looking for a graph that maps the trends that you see in the data here. So we're going to go one by one and look and see what makes sense. So with the first one, storm surge meters versus barometric pressure. Actually, all these are storm surge versus the barometric pressure. And so for the first one, as the storm surge increases, the barometric pressure also increases. Or you could even look at it this way: as the barometric pressure increases, it's probably easier to look at this way. As you increase barometric pressure, the storm surge also increases. So if we look at the barometric pressure, as the barometric pressure increases, so as we start here at 920 and increase, the storm surge should also increase. So we should also see an increase going this way, and we don't. We see that it's a decrease, and so we know that's a wrong answer. So next we have answer choice B, which is that it's similar to answer choice A in that there is an increase as the barometric pressure increases. So once again, as we're going this way, the storm surge should increase, but that it's going to increase slowly at first and then get increased faster as we get larger pressure. But we see, once again, we already know that this isn't true because it actually decreases as we increase the barometric pressure, just as it did when we looked at it for figure 1, so that's wrong. So our third choice, answer choice C, shows that as the barometric pressure increases, the storm surge decreases, because as we're increasing the pressure, we see that the storm surge actually drops. And so if we look at our chart again, as we increase our pressure, we see that the storm surge actually decreases. So this answer could be the right one. And then we go for the last one, D, and see that storm surge as the barometric pressure increases, the storm surge should increase and then decrease. But we don't see that. We actually see it consistently. It decreases constantly at a constant rate the whole way through. So answer choice C is our answer. And we should always, even though we thought that C was right, we should always look through all the answer choices, just because sometimes, though an answer choice is right, there's a better choice, the one that's more right. So always go through all of them, but in this case, the one that we thought was right, the first was right. Answer choice C.